Once upon a time, in the distant future, the nation of Panem stood as a divided and oppressed society. Ruled by the powerful capital, the land was divided into 12 districts, each suffering under the weight of poverty and hardship. But the capital had a cruel tradition, a reminder of their dominance and control: the annual Hunger Games. The Hunger Games served as punishment for a failed rebellion years ago. Each district was forced to select 2 tributes, one boy and one girl, between the ages of 12 and 18, to participate in a brutal fight to the death. The victor would be the last one standing, the sole survivor. In District 12, a place known for its coal mines and destitution, lived 16-year-old Katniss Everdeen. She had already experienced her fair share of hardship, struggling to provide for her family after her father's death. When her younger sister Primrose was chosen as the female tribute for the 74th Hunger Games, Katniss knew she couldn't let her sister face such a gruesome fate. With a determination that burned like fire within her, Katniss volunteered to take Primrose's place, stepping forward as District 12's female tribute. With her fate sealed, Katniss found herself thrust into a world she never could have imagined. Alongside her fellow tribute, the kind-hearted Peeta Mellark, she was escorted to the extravagant capital, a stark contrast to the poverty she had known. Their chaperone, Effie Trinket, and mentor, Haymitch Abernathy, a former victor from District 12, guided them through the overwhelming spectacle of the capital. Haymitch stressed the importance of gaining sponsors, wealthy benefactors who could provide essential aid during the games. As the days went by, Katniss and Peeta underwent rigorous training to hone their skills, preparing for the brutal battles that awaited them. Among the tributes, they encountered the Careers, a group of fierce and trained individuals from the affluent districts 1 and 2. Marvel, Glimmer, Cato, and Clove, their names synonymous with strength and skill, became formidable adversaries in the arena. During a televised interview with Caesar Flickerman, a charismatic talk show host, Peeta confessed his love for Katniss. At first, she believed it to be a ploy to attract sponsors, a strategic move to gain favor and support. But as she delved deeper into Peeta's heartfelt admission, she discovered the genuineness of his feelings, questioning her own emotions in return. The day of the games arrived, marked by tension and anticipation. Katniss, fueled by her instincts and the desperate need to survive, managed to secure vital supplies during the initial chaos at the cornucopia, the central structure filled with valuable resources. Half of the tributes perished in the brutal melee, leaving only 11, including the fierce Careers, standing at the end of the first day. Knowing the Careers posed a significant threat, Katniss tried to keep her distance, to hide in the shadows and strategize. However, the head gamemaker, Seneca Crane, had different plans. He triggered a forest fire, pushing Katniss toward the Careers, a deadly trap. Cornered and outnumbered, she climbed a tree, finding a temporary refuge. Peeta, seemingly allied with the Careers, urged them to wait for her. Morning broke, and as the sun's rays filtered through the dense foliage, Katniss spotted a young tribute from District 11, Rue, hiding in a neighboring tree. Rue became an unexpected ally, a source of friendship and support amidst the chaos. Together, they devised a plan to undermine the Careers' advantage. Katniss destroyed their stockpile of supplies by detonating hidden mines, while Rue provided a diversion, diverting the Careers' attention. Their actions triggered a series of events that would forever change the course of the games. In a desperate attempt to free Rue from a deadly trap, Katniss found herself face-to-face with Clove, one of the Careers. Clove, fueled by vengeance for Rue's earlier demise, taunted Katniss, reveling in her victory. However, Thresh, the male tribute from District 11, heard Clove's words and chose to intervene. In a swift and calculated move, he ended Clove's life, saving Katniss and sparing her once in honor of Rue's memory. With the tributes dwindling, alliances shifting, and danger lurking at every turn, the stakes grew higher. Katniss and Peeta formed a bond, their connection forged through shared experiences and a desire to survive. As they ventured deeper into the treacherous arena, their paths intertwined, their lives forever entwined. Together they faced numerous trials, battling both the physical perils of the games and the emotional turmoil brewing within them. While hunting for sustenance, they encountered a fallen tribute, Foxface, who had unwittingly consumed poisonous berries. The revelation struck a chord of fear within Katniss and Peeta, a stark reminder of the perilous nature of their circumstances. As if fate itself had orchestrated their destiny, the final showdown approached. The Capitol, realizing the potential for a monumental act of defiance, revoked the rule change that allowed two winners from the same district. Confronted with an impossible choice, Katniss and Peeta made a bold decision, one that defied the Capitol's authority. They resolved to consume deadly Nightlock berries, choosing a joint fate over the Capitol's control. But just as they were on the brink of making the ultimate sacrifice, the rules changed once more. President Snow, aware of the brewing rebellion and the consequences of their actions, hastily declared Katniss and Peeta as co-victors. Their lives were spared, but the consequences of their defiance would reverberate through the districts, igniting a fire of resistance that the Capitol could not easily extinguish. With their victory secured, Katniss and Peeta returned to District 12 as heroes. Their journey, however, was far from over. As they stood side by side, triumphant in the eyes of their district, President Snow watched from afar. A contemplative expression crossed his face, betraying a sense of foreboding and a realization that the spark of rebellion had been ignited. With a determined yet conflicted gaze, he turned his back on the scene, leaving the game control center with a chilling sense of unease. The fate of Katniss Everdeen and the nation of Panem hung precariously in the balance. The games had come to an end, but a much larger battle loomed on the horizon,